And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire, in the Oceania DLC, on the Artica class planet, in our nation state here of the Neutron Flats state, which we're technically playing on hard difficulty. Just discovered rocketry. And developed our
Order acknowledged.
artillery piece.
Affirmative.
We're going to do no new orders here. Governor. Yep, suppose you're probably, well, out of the two, this one will learn faster, but he's got nothing going for him right now. Well, actually, leadership, operation, intimidation, interrogate. Actually, no, it's got nothing going for now.
Okie dokie.
So these guys that were taking our stuff, yeah. So I think we're going to march the 9th back up to deal with that. Unless we keep marching the other way, and the 5th will keep doing its stuff the other way. Oh, interesting. So these guys, why did you not get supply? Got half your food for some reason. Oh, because we may run out of food. That would do that. That would do that. Okay, let's quickly buy up some food.
Yes, sir.
Probably indication I need to expand the farm again. Apparently by building more farm.
Yes. Yes.
Expand the water, expand the farm. Okay. Put you back in the supply. Extend the road a little bit. And yeah, to support this advancing, we do need roads like everywhere. Okay, this is maybe not optimal because we're just gonna... Well, apparently in this case they didn't even move off the target, so we just basically shot them up with the vehicles instead of optimally making sure they don't run away. But if that works, that works. It's stupid, but it works. Is it really stupid? So these guys we have peace with. These are the Republicans, so they're on the western border, they're on the eastern border. Which isn't maybe surprising, because they still got more land than us. By a lot. We got more people than them, but they got more land. Which, now that I brought up the concept of people, reminded me about the slave trader.
Yes. Copy that. Copy that.
Okay, we're marching guys over here. We haven't... Well, I suppose we could just attack these guys, but we'll not hold off. We'll not do that right now. So that's going well, that's going well, that's going well. We got food, so they should all get fed next turn. The vehicles did wonders. That's good to see. Unrest. Would like to be sub 10. We'll probably be sub 10 next turn, so next turn we'll be able to bring the 8th out of here. The 8th on top, so we can remember that it's over there. Construction. Okay, so the new stuff obviously didn't proceed. The old stuff... Some of the old stuff got delayed a turn, so the bureaucratic office, it wasn't delayed, would be done this turn. These would all be done next turn, but they're going to be done the turn after, in theory. Industry should finish next turn. Yeah, and we're just going to probably upgrade the industry again after it upgrades, so... Okay. I think, is it next turn at the current rate? Yeah, next turn at the current rate we'll probably discover combat armor. So let's roll over and see if we get combat armor on the next turn. Troops are holding. No losses on our side. Got 600 losses on the other guy's side. 3 decisions. Okay, one of the scavenging furnaces is cleared, but that's fine. We got our... There, we got the combat armor, that's good to see. Motorbike infantry just popped up, so that will mean that one of our decisions... Okay, one of the decisions here is...
Sorry,
It's
yes,
big
sorry.
cheap, but... Well, I mean, the model council's out. If we didn't discover motorbike infantry this turn, I was going to have to pay a couple of little power to bring this menu up anyway. But our goal right now is we're going to build upon Grunts 2. We were using the automatic rifle. We're going to still use the automatic rifle. We haven't invented the next one yet. The big jump we're going to do is we're going to swap over to combat armor.
Copy that.
Combat armor plus radiation filters should mean that our guys are about as good as vehicles in the radiation places. Which means once that's developed and deployed, we can deal with this level of radiation. So the city is pretty much free game for our troops. It may be a little bit of a race against time to get there first, but we should be well set to do that race. Is maybe a good way to think about it. Yeah, I'm just going to eat the radiation here to grab most of that territory. In which case we know that we don't need these guys as far east at this point. It's really not that. Far east as it is. Okay, now we got the guys to properly surround these guys. Or at least will in a couple rounds. Let's do right side of the glacier. No, we can't do right side of the glacier because we didn't have that execution. Okay. So we moved here, we moved here, we moved northwest, moved north, moved southeast. A little bit of poking I can do here. Just a little bit of poking. Oh, interesting. Froggy. Scientific name, something I'm not going to attempt to pronounce. Sort of an analogy. Didn't think the planet had any life on it, but apparently there's a little bit of life here on the frozen land. Yeah, that someone imported 10,000. But it's a swarm. That's a big swarm. Not particularly harmful, but that's a swarm. Swarm of frogs. Okay, unrest here is sub 10. Let's go ahead and bring the 8th back to the SHQ, and they'll be the first guys we upgrade with the new radiation protection. The tanks are a little bit weight competitive to move via rail, I suppose. And then construction. Yep, we finished the bureaucracy, we finished the industry. We're going to continue to expand that industry because well, kind of limiting us doing everything at the same time right now is industry, so we want more industry. That's going to get prioritized. Whereas I think, as far as technology goes, well, we'd probably like geotectonics if we could get it, but there's no like technologies at this point that are like you need this tech to win. I think on this spot, I think we've got everything we need. We're just building it now. We're at the point where we need to build our tech. Okay, so the city should be done building its consumer stuff. Should dump some more population in it. Got colonists to use them. And then we're probably going to want to seal this road, and it's going to be real expensive going across the glacier, isn't it? It's not that bad. Like, that's bad, but that's not that bad. So we'll do half of it. So there goes 600 industrial plants just getting a glacier halfway, or a sealed road halfway across the glacier. Someone, if we can pass a spy check on.
Okie dokie.
We failed the spy check. Okay.
Okie dokie.
We can go establish contact with. Get to know some of the other majors. That would be valuable. So next time we can go say hi to the other majors. And when I don't want to trade tech with the tech leader, or with the score leader, I am very willing to trade tech with the second and third, because I suspect the other majors are going to end up at war with each other at some point. They're not already at war. And bolstering like the people we don't want to lose is not a terrible plan. Well, life 77. I'm gonna agree to the. We want to go heart anyway. I'm gonna agree to the heart one because we want to do that anyway. Cover research, reason and balance is fine. Allow continue. You're likely to fail, so send in the troops as much as we don't really want to do that. And of course we help the corporation, so we don't get the danger. Combat traders, yeah. Okay, if they're asking, we're just gonna accept them. There's no reason why to piss them off. Open contact with the other two.
Okie dokie.
Critical success, contact established with both of them in a way that makes them happy. Oh, and these are local wildlife. Okay. Clear the pocket.
Attack formation.
No, these guys are fighting back. They're probably only gonna fight back for one real turn, but they did put a bruise on my nose. Ego has been bruised. Taking advantage of the fact that the swarm doesn't have very good anti-armor capacity and just committing the gun-armed vehicle to the attack.
Engage the enemy.
Negative to breach.
I think those tank things. Tank things. Let's try to get you back into supply. Okay, so we're waiting on that armor improvement. I'm kind of poking the beast. I'm taking a little bit more casualties than I would need to, just to get the territory earlier.
Affirmative.
Construction-wise, done. I don't think that improvement... Well, that might be enough for the water, but I don't think it's enough for the food. So we're going to continue to expand the farm.
Yes.
Industries. I think we got lucky on that industry roll. Well, we either got lucky or we got real bad roll. Yes, we got lucky on the roll. So we got lucky on the roll, so it didn't get delayed at all. Even though it should have been like 3% delayed. And everything else finished. That's good to see. Okay, these guys will hopefully resupply it a little bit this turn. I want to push these guys into... No, I think it'll be fine there. Contemplating trying to push this guy. Actually, we can just try to push that guy in the green. So we'll push that guy into the green so he gets full fuel resupply. As long as we have enough of everything else. And hopefully we get the design complete. Maybe. Might get next turn. Draw cards. Don't think we had any zone ones worth doing. We did actually pick up one ruin on this one, so
Yes,
this
sir.
probably waste. Oh, no. It rolled. It wasn't actually that X, so... Interesting. Was it like... Ah, it was that X. Okay, let's do another roll then. Rule out some more hexes with the archaeological effort.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we know there aren't any, so we know these two aren't archaeological sites. Could be one here, could be one here. Because of how big this is, there's certainly one in there. In fact, that's where we found one, was over there. And then efficiency drive to keep generating money from thin air to balance the budget.
Copy that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and cycle the turn, see our construction's progress. Locals attack us, which is good to see. Recycling facility. 10322. So one of our recycling facilities emptied, which isn't great. 103. This way. 22. So the one that was here. We just finished mining out that common one. Not world ending, it is just a little bit. You want the morale to go up 2%?
Okie dokie.
Sure, we'll agree to that.
Okie dokie.
Copy that. Affirmative.
Upgrade Quartz Flats to tier 4. We're going to say no to that, because we don't currently have the quality of life to support that. And I'm thinking, because I didn't see the announcement for it, no, we just short rolled it a little bit. Next turn we'll have the armor improvements to ship out to places. Okay, so we don't need to be in a super rush for taking over this territory. It is securely ours at this point. Try to get these guys back to road so we can redeploy them someplace else if we need them to. Drive the tank up the road, drive the tank down the road. This one might actually be strategical movable. There we go. Oops, back to base. Plump some colonists over here.
Affirmative. Going in. Mission successful.
Mission successful. Which means we can get this to be a nice tight pocket. Might even be able to clear the pocket this turn. We'll see. Oh, yeah.
Mission successful.
Large number, fairly small thing. Basically how that's working out. Can we clear that pocket? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, we go. A little close. A little close for comfort. Yeah, I think other than over here in the ruins, I think that was pretty good progress for that turn. We'll get the infantry armor models next turn, and we'll start deploying that. Constructions went well. Industry went well. Farm expanded at expected pace. Apparently we're having hiring issues here, is what's happening. Yeah, a little bit of that. And then we play some strat cards on the miners we got in contact with. Is it cultural exchange next? Embassy. Embassy's next. Only got one embassy card, so I gotta pick one of the two to embassy. They look bigger, so we'll do them.
Okie dokie.
And the other one we'll engage trade with.
Okie dokie.
Copy that.
And then we got a little bit of industry, so we're gonna spend the 300 to get around to there. Pushing up on the glacier for another hex is probably not worth it. What we have found, because we know more about the glacier, is what I thought was 3 deep is actually a little bit deeper to get down there. We probably want to do that, because that'll save us a little bit going along eastward along the glacier. Probably will want to come across here as well to get into this pack for coming south. Whereas these guys are kind of in the rush to see if we can get the border out to these guys before we hit the glacier. Yep, I think that's the turn. Unless I want to put more construction out. I think the answer to more construction is no. Let's bleed back into green supply. Actually, we'll want a little bit down here. So this is where it's going. Because if anything, we want to try to keep these guys from expanding into unaligned and nomad territory if we can. As hard as that may be to do. We've got a lot of frontage as well. Yep, let's cycle that turn. We are probably at a position, if we could get a victory pact, we could get a technical victory where we could diplomatically ally with the score leader here for a win. Neutron Flats, round 98, we have 5 decisions. New technology discovered, heavy industry. Nice. Grunts 3, model complete. There we go.
Order acknowledged.
We're having to deal with a new demand. Raise BP production. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Yes, sir.
Just like we upgraded the infantry, we want to do the same to the MGs. Where we want to get them the new combat armor so they get the new radiation protection. If we have any morale problems with people. Okay, so let's actually start with the 3rd here. So the 3rd, mass upgrade, OHQ to the 3rd.
Yes, sir.
They're now upgraded. Of course, that sucked up all their action points, so they don't get to do any move turn, but... westward. So I am getting an opinion. These guys have been trading with us, so they've been liking us more and more. I'm gonna have to at some point, but I don't really want to do it. Oh, definitely so with this turn when I want to be doing lots of equipment upgrading if we can. We'll hold back here. This will be the next unit we upgrade. Oh, we won't be able to fully upgrade this one because we've got MGs in here. We'll still help them in friendly green territory where we can get supplies out to them. Well, this one's full of grunts. Okay, so let's do this one next. Let's upgrade. OHQ, Grunt 3, all of them.
Yes, sir.
Go. Oh, did you not get upgraded?
Yes, sir.
You're out of supply. Okay. Is it action point problems? Yeah, it's action point problems. Let's go ahead here. For my base. Not a instantaneous solution, but it is a long-term solution. Mural grunts. Can we do a massive rate of view?
Yes, sir.
Oh, they're not all grunts. I got some MGs as well. Okay. Yeah, well, that's eventually going to happen to a bunch of people anyway. We've done that group. That's regular grunts. Let's see if we can get you back into green for this resupply. Or the up development.
Yes, sir.
Same sort of concept of the trucks. We know those guys are light infantry trucked.
Yes, sir.
We won't be able to do all these guys, but we'll do a bunch of these guys.
Yes, sir.
Because, for example, these guys aren't going to get affected, but the rest will. Yeah. These guys, same thing. Mass upgrade.
Yes, sir.
These guys, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this one I'm probably running out of guys that don't have the upgrade. How many are missing? Oops. So all those are gone, so those are just obsolete. Don't show them anymore. We got, well, a few tens of thousands. Okay. It looks like it's mostly MG infantry brigade. It's like the 8th here. So what I'll go ahead and do, let's go click SHQ to grunt 3. Can I afford? In theory, I can afford the upgrade.
Yes,
So
sir.
we'll push the button. Not all of them are going to get upgraded, just all the ones that can be upgraded. Then we'll save on the rest of the industrial power for construction. We may suffer a little bit of delays. Wouldn't be surprised if the industry got a little bit delayed or the supply base got delayed because we spent it all upgrading units.
Copy that.
So we got Friendship Pact, but we're going to sign up with them. So as we can probably see, are they at war? Regime. Overview. Peace and friendship with us. Peace, peace, war. Okay, so they are only at war. That's not the, that's the Cambridge Imperium. They're at war. I think the guys over here. Yeah, they're at war, these guys. Okay, we're catching up on them because we're catching up a little bit on the planet. Let's go ahead and prep to cycle the turn. And before I do that, because I have remembered, because I've contemplated population again,
Yes.
we have a slave trader. We can
Yes.
spend money, get people. People from the void.
Affirmative.
And then let's cycle the turn. So I think all the natural radiation at this point, it will not be a problem. So we just sort of push haphazardly into the radiation with new troops. So we'll pick up the next part, because I'm looking at the time, and we're about 40 minutes in my 30 to 40 minute ideal episodes. So if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we're up on a part break, and I need a new cup of tea. So we're going to have a cup of tea part break here. So it'll be a little bit longer than the normal short ones. So until next time, wish you all the best of luck, had a good time, catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.